This video is going to teach you how to create a show from scratch. So if you want to just start straight from scratch, you don't want to import a show, you don't want to copy it over, you can create from scratch. And you'll see that the required fields are marked in red. So we give the show a title. And you can upload some cover art, or you can use our instant cover art maker. And then you give the show a summary. Now, you want to keep this summary short and to the point because I'll show you, it shows up on the Hiro sales page as well as in the player app. You can see it right here. And if it's too long, then the episodes fall way below the fold and people have to scroll to get to those episodes. So keep it short. And here is where the magic happens. This is how your listeners will get your episodes and how long they'll be able to listen to them. So you can give all your episodes at once, which is really good for binge listening, like an audiobook. You can drip it out over a time period, and you can do that based on time or whether they completed the previous episode. And then you can, like a traditional podcast, release episodes based on a calendar date. This next section allows you to take away access to create that urgency to get them to listen. So you can give them access forever, or you can expire the audio feed so you have so many days to listen. Or you can expire each episode. So when you upload an episode, in each episode, you will edit when the listener loses expiration. So perhaps you want them to have access to episode 1, 2, and 3 for 1 day, but the last episode, you want them to have access to it for 3 days. Then you would set it up here. This next box is if you want them to have access to the entire show after they've completed listening to that show. So if you want to gift them, unlock everything so they don't lose access after it's gone, but they have to listen to it to have that marked as completed. Now here we have a radio button, and what that does is it will turn on a clock on the cover art in the Hiro Player app. So if you want that to be displayed, you mark it. It's off by default, but if you want it to be displayed, you mark it here. Then we have some ownership details, and next we have the ability to only allow your listeners to listen to your show on the Hiro Player app. That's the only one that will be available to them. And I'll get into that in a second. Or you can have them listen on a lot of different player apps like Apple Podcast Player, Pocket Cast Player. So this isn't listing the show in Apple Podcast, in the public podcast, but rather allowing your listeners to add your show to Apple Podcast Player to listen to it. Or you can restrict it to just the Hiro app. So if you restrict it to just the Hiro app, there are features that you'll be able to use in the Hiro software that you won't be able to use if people are listening on third-party platforms, because there's only so much information that we get from those third-party platforms to allow things such as triggering the next episode to drop or triggering an email to fire. So if you really want all those features, then force your listeners to only listen in the Hiro Player app. This next section is about promoting your show. So if your listeners are accessing another show in the Hiro Player app, they'll see this one, a second show, recommended. So it'll say other shows by John Doe. So if you want it to be shown there, and it'd be shown right down here, then you just tick this. If you don't want it to be shown, maybe you don't want other people to know about it, it's exclusive, it's private, then check that. So if it's being shown, you can turn on sample episodes so they can, just like with Audible, you can click a book and you can listen to a small sample. With Hiro, you turn this on and then you can select which episodes will be samples. And you have 3 options to allow them to unlock the full product. So you can unlock using the Hiro sales page. So there will be in the Hiro Player app, there will be a button that says unlock all episodes, and it'll direct them to the Hiro sales page for that product. Or you can add in your own sales page URL or no sales page. They hit the unlock button and it adds their details into your account under that show that they have the show, and it unlocks the show. Lastly, we have the email that the users receive. So each listener will receive an access email to your show. And that access email has the buttons either for the Hiro Player app or for other player apps. And so there's a button in the access email. There is also instructions, a little step-by-step video. And it is, I don't think there's any words in the video. It just shows your users how to add your show to different podcast players. It walks them through the steps and what to do if they get stuck. So it's very helpful. It's short. We tried to keep it as clean as possible and as readable as possible. And it's in multiple languages. So if your sales page or your account is set to Dutch, the access email will be automatically translated into Dutch. But you can change the subject and you can edit the default text. You can see it here. You can add in anything you want here. And this is a really good place if you want to add in other instructions, if you want to direct them to a Facebook group, give them a workbook. You can put it right there in that access email. And then lastly, we have, I think I said lastly, the last one, but real lastly, we have emails being sent out. They're just little notifications, emails when a new episode is released. So I usually just turn this off, and if I want those emails to send, I will set up an automation to send those. So normally I just keep those off so that I can control what it says in those emails. All right. Now that you have that all set up, the next thing you do is you can upload some MP3s. So let me go into, and I'm just going to upload a couple. Okay, so now you can see I have episodes uploaded. Here's my show. Here's my episodes. I don't have any listeners, and the sales page isn't set up yet. So let's go into the episodes. In the next video, I'll walk you through editing episodes and setting them up.